What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Legacy on the Yard, the show where we go beyond the highlight, beyond the box scores, and tell the stories beyond the athlete. Today's guest is proof that there isn't just one path to success. Joining us today is running back Shen Butler-Lawson, a player whose journey has taken him from Missouri Western to becoming one of the most dominant running backs in Division II at Minnesota State before finishing his collegiate career competing in one of the toughest FCS conferences in the country at Indiana State. During his breakout career at Minnesota State, Shem rushed for 996 yards and 12 touchdowns in 2022 before putting together one of the greatest seasons in program history in 2023 with over 1,400 rushing yards and 16 total touchdowns and over 6.6 yards per carry. He earned first team All-NSIC, D2 CCA All-Super Region for first team, AFCA first team All American, AP first team All American, was recognized on D2 Football.com Elite 100 and was selected as Minnesota State's Harlon Hill Trophy candidate, the Division II equivalent of the Heisman Trophy. He then embraced a new challenge by transferring to Indiana State, where he helped lead the Sycamores rushing attack during the 24 season. But today isn't just about statistics. Today we're talking about sacrifice, betting on yourself, the transfer portal, faith, identity, life after football, and what kind of legacy Shen wants to leave along after the final whistle. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another powerful conversation. This is Legacy on the Yard, and I'm your host, Thomas Mayer. What's good, Brody?
It's good. Good, Dawson.
Yeah, but like I was telling you, had to come and top it up with you. My boy Manny told me you was really one of them ones, Brody.
Yeah, them my dogs over there at Treehouse. Shout out to them boys for sure.
So I want to first start off, who is Shen Butler-Lawson away from football?
Who I am? I'm a coach. I'm a brother. I'm a stand-up guy. You feel me? I'm God-driven and just ready to give my all in anything that I do. That's me. So for sure.
And so you from Augusta, Georgia?
Yeah, I'm from Augusta. Born and raised. I moved from Augusta in I think 8th grade. My pops, he moved me out here to Missouri. My dad was in the army or whatnot, so moved out there with him. Kind of was on something like my parents had split up. My Dukes is kind of like time to go be a man, go live with your pops. At first, like I was not with it. Like I ain't had no friends out this way. I'm like, bro, what? Moving to Missouri, never really heard of it for real.
Yeah.
Never seen it on the map for real.
Sound like the middle of nowhere.
You know what I mean? Like back then, you would hear about the Rams, the St. Louis Rams, but game, like ain't nobody talking about Missouri for real. Like, so
Right.
yeah, moved out here with my pops, 8th grade through high school, and then after high school, went to Missouri Western, and the rest was history. You feel me? So that was the start of it for sure.
So how was it growing up in Georgia before you got down to Missouri?
I think it was smooth. I think I had a lot of good time in Georgia. I think that was like the core stamp of it all to keep going. I think just like when your Ma Dukes knows, she knows, gang. Like, trust your Ma Dukes. Like,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, like at the time, I thought I had great friends. You feel me? Like obviously, I got a couple guys I still talk to, my day one dogs. But you feel me? Like majority of the folks I was hanging with, cool with back then, they either dead or in jail, gang. So it's like my Dukes at the time, like I'm feeling like she wrong, but the whole time she knew what was going. Like she knew the trajectory. She knew I needed to get out, go make something of myself. You feel me? So I'm glad I trusted her with that, and it worked out for sure.
So what kind of kid would you say you was growing up?
I think I was a good kid, man. I wasn't too troubled, but like all my trouble I got in was at home with my mom Dukes. Like we just butting heads, you feel me? Like I'm a boy, she a woman, you feel me? She know how like she want her son to conduct himself, but it's on some I'm trying to figure it out by myself. I gotta think I'm the man of the house, but in reality I'm a kid. Like you get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that most like sheltered kids wouldn't see. You feel me? Like I
Right.
just feel in Augusta, it ain't no way to shelter your kid, gang. They gonna see a bunch of stuff, whether it's from girls to the drugs to the parties to now guns and whatever, gang violence. Like it's gonna be that. But at the end of the day, like I do feel like if you got a good foundation at that crib, they gonna make sure you don't gotta be around that and you doing what you're supposed to do on the back end. You feel me? So I want to say I was troubled. Them was my dogs though. Like I grew up with them. So it's like I'm rounded, but they also was my dogs enough to tell me like, hey yo, we finna do this. So I need you to go ahead, go back to the crib or
Yeah,
what
move
you gonna do.
around.
You feel me? Like move around.
Right.
We finna go handle business. And yeah, like I respected my friends for that, but at the end of the day, I had to choose my path too. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it just two-way
Who
street.
int- who introduced you to football?
I'll say it's my granny, my great granny RP or so, my granny Betty. So like she live in the country. So if anybody know about like Edgefield, South Carolina, like that's where my mom side of. So out that way, we got none but land gang. So anytime I used to go to her crib, she would always buy me and my little brother a football and just be like, y'all go play outside. Like she'll lock the house door and all. So me and my brother, like at the time, her yard wasn't crazy big, but to us as kids, it was big. So we used to just,
Right.
me and my little brother just throw back tackle in the front yard. Like that's how we got good at ball. Then after that, it was to the rec leagues. And after that, the Pop Warners, the travel ball. And then boom, we get in Augusta, everybody know once you get to that sixth grade and you can play rec ball at like Fleming Park or something like that, is that time to show like your trajectory before you get to middle school, like trying to know how it's going off the rip. Like
No,
everybody
for
know that.
real.
So boom, like I stayed down with my granny just playing football. And then after that, once I got to Fleming Park, I started being able to play tackle. Yeah, it was up after that.
When did football become more than a game for you?
I think, okay, so boom. When I was in sixth grade, I went to Glen Hills Middle School. Then I had got in like some trouble over there. If you know, you know. That wasn't really my fault. But I got in some trouble over there. And then I had to transfer to Langford. And once I got to Langford, that's when this shit was like, yeah, okay, I see what I could do with this. Because mind you, the boys in front of me, them boys was that. You had like Jarvis. You had a bunch of motherfuckers like Tory that was just that. So when I got there and I'm seeing how good these boys is and how behind the ball I felt like I was at the time, that was
Right.
like a switch to take it serious. Like these boys over here, they win at every little championship in Augusta every other year. And I come from Glen Hills where it ain't as serious. Like it's serious, you don't get me wrong. Like you got your players over there at Glen Hills. But when you get to Langford, that John was structured. So yeah, I'll say that was the switching point where I took it serious from there. Like, and I knew like I had potential with it for sure.
Who believed in you way before you believed in yourself?
I'll say my granny, like I said, from the very beginning, like I think that's why she started buying the footballs. Like, cause if anybody know Betty Jean, like, bro, okay, boom, she'll buy us a football. We go to her crib. We go back home on our Monday. By the time we go back to our crib next Friday, we done lost the football. Me and bro done lost the football, but she always buying another one. So it's like, that was her way of saying, like, she believed, like, okay, this could be your saving grace to get you out of all this stuff in Augusta, surrounding areas to take you somewhere far. So I would say her for real. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah.
What values did your family instill in you?
Just being a hard worker. I think my pops, like, he the number one stamp for that. Being an army guy, like, it ain't too many excuses you can make in the army game. Like, especially the time, like, he was in there, like, he in there when they go into Iraq, Afghanistan, all that, fight these wars. So it's like, you always got to be dependable. You always got to be able to work hard. Because if you don't, like, in his field of work, somebody could lose their life, not go back to their family. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's kind of how he raised us on some like you got to be dependable, you got to be a man of your words, and you got to stand on everything you say. Because at the end of the day, people look at you by how hard you work. Because at the end of the day, this world really truly about is like obviously you gonna get your true connections here and there, but you get out by folks seeing that okay, we could use him for something. Now they might use you for something, but you got to be able to say it, distinguish. Hey, they gonna use me for this, but this gonna help me get here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you can't look at it as like these folks use me. I can't. I'm stuck in this box. Like nah, you like everybody say use football. Don't let football use you. Use football. And bro, that I'm telling you, like that would take you far more places than you could ever go yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
And another thing people don't look at it is like, yeah, some people might use you, but you can't always look at it as they use you. You
yeah,
got to look at it as like being grateful, like
yep.
because everybody ain't useful.
Exactly. Especially with the football, since we on that topic, like boom, you go to a team, you play, you are used, you're useful to them. You feel me? They brought you here, they recruited you here because they feel like you are useful to them. Now when you get there, you gotta use all the resources that whatever they giving you to get where you want to go after football, whether that's a
Yeah.
job, whether that's the league, whatever it is, coaching, whatever it is, use the resources they giving you while you there, bro. Because once you graduate, all that is gone. Like I promise you, you're gonna be looking back like, damn. Well, I wish I would have been closer with the coaches. Cause now, like in my realm right now, like I could still keep playing. or I could go back and coach. Those are the two. You feel me? Now with college coaching, the way in that John for real, if you don't got some type of connection, like whether it's some coaches give you a GA opportunity or old coaches like, dang, we need this field on the staff,
Mm-hmm.
you about
You're
SOL.
cooked.
Bro. You could. You know what I'm saying? I'll say, yeah, keeping them connections with them coaches and using football to get as your elevation. That's a
Let's fast forward to high school. Tell us about your high school career.
so
How was that?
high school. I ain't gonna cap, it was a ball. I don't think a lot of people know. Like, if you really go dive into like my high school career, my freshman and sophomore year when I moved to Missouri, basically, we went 0-10 both them years. I obviously balled out, whatever you want to say it. Like, well, freshman year, I played freshman ball for a little bit, halfway through, got my little JV chance. Then I played varsity the rest of the year. Okay, cool, whatever. Little freshman season. Sophomore year, started the whole year, went for a band or whatnot, and we went 0-10. And mind you, I'm a starter at this point, sophomore year, because freshman year, I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I ain't letting this happen next year, whatever, whatever. Come back the next year, we still go 0-10 with a way better team, and it's like, dang, you feel me? So boom, junior year, we got a new coach, Coach Haynes, shout out to him, man. He changed like my high school trajectory, if you will. You feel me? Like, he the first person taught me about like how to get recruited, because he came from Lane College, and that's like an NAIA, something like, I don't know where it's, I think it's like in Arkansas or something like that. But he came from over there. Where they from?
I think it's in Memphis. I want to say
You might be right. You might be right.
because we went there at Clark Atlanta. I think it's in Memphis.
Okay, yeah, yeah. But he was over there as like they recruiting personnel guy or whatnot. Like, soon as he came to our school, obviously, like, he gonna get the rundown of who the best players returning, blah blah blah. So like, we had like a little meeting. As soon as he got there, it was him, my pops, and me. And he was just telling me, like, I don't know if you too much know about recruiting, but this what these colleges want to see. This the stuff you need to start, think about. Like, bro, and that was foreign to me. Like, I had never understood that part of this how college go. Because at first, like, I'm just thinking, like, boom, I pick my schools, them folks gonna start hitting me up when they feel like it's time. No, like,
Right.
he gave me the whole rundown. Like, you need to start going to these schools, camps whenever they post them in the summer. You need to start hitting these coaches up on Twitter, et cetera, et cetera. And this was like when that first got booming for real, like, to where that's where you get recruited. And I'm just thing it takes to learn. It's more so like advertising yourself on Twitter. You feel me? So
Yeah.
he got me right with that. And then senior year, well, the end of junior year came around, I popped it. I went all state. I think I had like 1,200 yards on the ground, like 27 touchdowns, something crazy, like popped it. The opening, they hit me up. They was like, we gonna be in St. Louis. We want you to pop out because we think you're a good player in the area, like in the Missouri area. We need you to pop out, make this camp, blah, blah, blah. And this right before the opening distinguished, because they went away for a little minute after my senior year. I get up there to the opening, and there was a kid named Keon Mozzie. If y'all don't know about bro he was that in high school. He was like Kansas City area. He was that. I ain't gonna cap. So we get up there. He ran like a 4.3 gang. He ran like a 4.3. Boom. They meat routing him. I'm like, but mind you, I don't know these kids, gang. I like, cause where I'm at in Missouri, or where I was at, it's 2 hours away from St. Louis. It's 4 hours away from Kansas City. So I'm like really like in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, gang. Like, don't nobody over here for real. This really my stint. That's why I'm at the opening, so they could get the eyes over here for real.
Yeah.
Boom, he goes full three. He went crazy. I think right after that, I went 4.46, but I had better reps, like numbers on everything else. Like, he did good at the 40, but everything else, it was mid for real. But what? They hit me back. They like, we want you to come back the very next day. Because at first, I'm just there for like the little tryout, whatever. They boom, we want you to come back the next day. Balled out again. Right after that, like that night, I'm in my hotel. Me and my pops finna go home. Dude hit me up. They're like, hey, let me see your numbers from the opening. Ooh, I sent them my numbers. He hit me the next day. I think we went to the opening that Friday. We had the real opening, John, with all the selected guys that Saturday. Sunday, I'm on the way back home. The coach from Purdue, he hit me. He said, I'm gonna be at your school Monday and we gonna chop it up. Like he synced the numbers. It was like, I'm gonna be
Oh
at your
yeah,
school Monday. Like it
it's
was
lit.
moving that fast. Like, and mind you, before the end of my junior year, it was really no coaches talking to me for real. Like I ain't had no looks, nothing. Like I'll get a couple little camp invites or whatever, or like they'll send like the spam mail to the school. But if you know, like they sending that to everybody. So you're not
Right.
special. You're not special. So boom. Once Purdue finally came to my school game, we chopped it up. We was having a conversation and he was just like, what all offers you got? Well, what's going on with your recruiting? I was like, really nothing right now. Like I'm chilling. Like ain't no D2s hitting me up because they all feel like I'm D1, so they scared to throw up
Mhm.
because they feel like I'm not coming. But then all the D1s, like, you got to stamp it first. I feel like we ain't seen enough, but you got potential, blah, blah, blah. Purdue came in that joint. He was like, well, you got one now. You just received your first offer from Purdue, and we
Ooh,
messing with you. Like, we came here for a reason. Like, I came on this flight with the intentions to offer you. You feel me? We talked. I love your character. Woo wham. And boom, that was the first, and that's just how that John like took off for real after that. Like that John was crazy.
so you basically your recruiting was like slow up until basically like the ending of your junior year going into
Yeah.
your senior year.
Yep. And then right after Purdue, it blew up a little bit, but it didn't at the same time. Because now, like I said, all the D2s feel like I'm too big for them. Because Purdue done gave me the O, so they feel like, oh, we can't compete with Purdue, blah, blah. But also, Purdue was my only D1s, and there really wasn't nobody else hitting me up. Okay, I had North Dakota at the time. They was hitting me up. They weren't trying to stick. Like, that really should have been my first O. He was talking to me the most, but he never threw the O, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know what he was waiting on. You feel me? But
Right.
he never threw that, John. And then, so I was still open to schools or whatnot because I knew what type of school Purdue was. It's an engineering school game. And mind you, I'm not a school brat at all. Like, I'm not trying to be, you feel me?
Yeah.
I knew what came with if I go to Purdue. Like, I'm going to have to lock in all the way school, woo, woo. So I'm like, man, I'm going to keep it open. I go, Missouri Western hit me up. It was Coach Crenshaw. Mind you, I'm all about like development for real. Don't get me wrong, Purdue and them boys, they had a great RB coach. Coach Barkley, great guy. Went to Louisville. Well, no, he went to Wake Forest. He was like the all leading rusher there and whatnot. Coach Crenshaw went to Oregon games. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm trying to be over there with him. But he was at Missouri Western at the time. So he was like, look, just come over here on a visit, check us out. I'm like, okay, cool. Boom. Mind you, in my head at this time, I'm going on a visit just to take people. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right.
I'm winding down. This is D2. I'm not taking this serious for real. But whatever. Boom. I get there. I ain't gonna lie, like, they had everything I wanted. It was close to the crib. It was close to the fam. It was 2 hours away from the fam. I had a great coach who I believed in, you feel me? And I felt like the running back room at the time, like they was good, but they weren't better than me. So I knew like I feel like I could play the off the rip. And that was my biggest thing, like just playing game. Like now that I go back and look, I would have redshirted. You feel me? Get my extra year,
Okay.
get my development for real.
Hmm.
Boom. But I go to Missouri Western, yeah, and then college career took off for real.
Do you feel like you was overlooked?
For sure. I feel like, but I also feel like it was my geographic too. I'm in middle of nowhere, Missouri. Ain't nobody checking for me for real. Then like at the time, I was so behind the ball on getting recruited. Like if I knew what I knew now, I would have started getting recruited sophomore year, like right after my real breakout season in high school. You feel me? But had no clue about nothing for real. So
Yeah, I think that's one of the big things that a lot of us athletes don't really understand. Like
yeah,
what a lot of stuff takes to really do that or get to that point. Like a lot
yeah,
of us don't really. A lot of us be like, yeah, I want to go D1. I want to
mhm,
go to the league, whatever the case may be.
yeah,
But we don't really understand like the work that really go into doing that.
yeah, for sure. Like that's why I tell like a lot of like, bro, Amars Ross St. Brown, dude say he catch a 200 catches in the morning and at night. You know how many catches 200 is for real? Like
That's a lot.
when kids really think that jug machine going off 200 times, bro, your hands is damn near bare after 20 catches for real. If you really catching it at a high speed, like you supposed to work them hands and hand-eye coordination, bro, like it really takes some dedication for real.
Looking back, what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
I tell myself, do what make you happy. You feel me? I think like back then, I let a lot of folks talk me into like what they wanted for me rather than what I wanted for myself. You feel me? And it's because not like that well, obviously they didn't know what they was doing because all the recruiting was new to us, but at the same time, they never been where I was trying to go. So like, I feel like I should have dived into the people who went or they know what's going, how this go. They know about like the MIAA. You get what I'm saying? Like they know
Right.
about all these conferences and how this college stuff really go. Like I wish I would have at the time, I wish I would have got closer to the folks who did know about that stuff rather than trying to do it on my own just to say, yeah, I did this on my own. At the same time, game, like, just like they say it take a village to raise a child, it's the same way with this football game. Like, it take a village to get where
Hey,
you're trying to go, I swear. Like, dude, it take a village of some folks you trust that know what they doing to get where you're trying to go in football. That's it.
and what would you say, what was the adversity that shaped you before college?
That shaped me before college, I'll say COVID, man. Like I graduated 2020, world shut down the game. And I think that was the first strike of like, damn, what if I can't train? If I can't do this? You feel me? Like COVID taught me how to figure out how to make a way, whatever I want to do. Get what I'm saying? Whether folks telling you got to be in the crib all day, no, you don't. Man. You could walk to that grass field in your backyard, or you could walk down the street, wherever you need to go get your drills in, go back home. Man. Like,
Uh,
yeah, I feel like that was a stamp for sure. And then my senior year, I went through like, bro, I had like some bum shoulder injury. Like it just kept messing with me again. I'll say that was one too. Like it was just, I didn't know if I needed all these surgeries or not. God forbid I didn't have to go into that. Yeah, that's
how did you keep yourself mentally focused through them times?
I just think the people I had around me, like the people who know me, they know I keep my circle small. But the folks I had around, I think they was pushing me to not get procrastinate or just fuck off what I had going for myself. You feel me? Like they was on me. Whether it was my brother, my best friend Keyshawn, like they was on me. Hey, gang, we gotta go to the field. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. And I think that was the biggest thing at that time that kept me going. You feel me? When I wanted to stop, them boys know time to go to the field. We gotta get this work in. So yeah, I'll say it was the circle I had around me. They kept me going, kept me focused, kept me mentally sharp on what I was trying to do. You feel me? And not to say like I needed them to be on that, but at the same time, there's days when you just don't want to do it. And you gotta have somebody to pick you up, you feel me? And I thank them boys for that for sure. So
What would you say your welcome to college moment?
ooh, okay. I'll say when I first got to Missouri Western, when I first got there, it was COVID. So we didn't really have like we didn't have a season or whatnot. We just had like a basically extended ass fall camp. Then we got the spring and they was like, okay, y'all might play a couple games in the spring, whatever, whatever. I think the first the welcome to college moment I had was the two games we had in the spring. That first game we went to Central Arkansas, which is a D1, and we went and played them boys on ESPN. I think like it didn't happen to me, but okay, boom. One of our DBs, mind you, we had a solid DB room. Like if you go back and look at it right now, Sam Webb, he played for the Raiders. We had DJ Sturgis. He had a great college career. He went on, he had got a free agent camp with the Commanders, but it didn't pan out. Them boys were solid in college though, you feel me? Like they were solid. It wasn't like we was worrying about what's gonna happen on the outsides. It really was, you feel me? But boom, I ain't gonna cat like somebody went up top on DJ something crazy. That was the first like that's how them boys get out here for real. He took it to the top flow on him. I'm like, dang, and DJ was a solid corner. I ain't never seen nothing like that happen to him. So I'm like I was shocked on that side.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm true freshman, like true freshman, right out the jump. And boom, all right. So what really happened to me that game? We going against UCA, mind you. I'm 17. I'm fresh out the zone. I get my first look. Like, mind you, the whole spring I went crazy, so I'm feeling good. Like, I'm 2 on the depth chart. Like, so I'm gonna play. I'm
Right.
gonna do with it. Like, true freshman, I get a chance to get my feet wet, whatever. Come on, man. Boom. I get the ball on like a stretch. It's like a toss, whatever. Boom. Okay. The edge gets sealed, but obviously everybody know like them backers in college, they gonna scrape. You feel me? That's just how
Yeah.
it's go. They gonna stay there for like a second and they go scrape over the top. I get outside. Oh, I'm cool. I see green grass, my receiver blocking. I see he got butt side, so I'm finna cut it up, get going. I cut up. I'm looking out. I cut up. Soon as I look back straight, damn. I hit the ground. Game, my shoulder is out. Like, this bitch is out the socket. I'm like, oh my God, ain't no way. And mind you, this is my first carry ever. First collegiate carry ever.
Oh,
Boom.
you sick.
Boom, fumbled that John and all. I'm on the ground like this. Like I rolled back, my shoulder went back into place. Thank God. Then I came back second half, played the rest of the game, and that was that. And yeah, that was that wake up for sure. Like dang, them boys is really out here hitting like for sure.
How difficult was it adjusting to like the speed of the game?
I don't think it was too difficult, but I don't think it was difficult because who we had at Missouri Western at that time. Like we had some real dogs. So in my eyes, I'm facing the best of the best. Like, because we had CJ Ravenel. Right now, he just signed to the Giants. We had Sam Webb. He with the Raiders. No, I think he just signed to Tennessee, actually. Had him. We had Dev Burrell. He over there in Europe doing his thing, going crazy. He been like special teams player of the year 3 times in a row. Like, them boys was that. Like,
Yeah.
we had some solid people we was going against and competing against every day. And I think, yeah, that shaped it for sure. Like I walked in there and I seen dogs off the rip. So that just made me play up my play even better every day. Like them boys was really pushing me. And then I felt like they seen it in me too, because I was legit, but they was always on my ass. That little slick stuff in there. Like at the time, you thinking they don't mess with you or whatnot, but it's really because they see that dog in you. Like you
Yeah.
can really go somewhere for real. That's why they on the way they is. Like, oh hell yeah.
What lessons did Missouri Western teach you?
I'll say just the biggest lesson it taught me is situation is everything. Like I think over there, like I would have ended up having a cool college career, but it wouldn't have been what I had. And it's because of so much like uncertainty and like the talent we had in our room. And if I feel like if the coaches don't know how to, let's say, put all the players in the best situation, it's time for you to move on. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it came to over there. But that was the biggest lesson. I think just being in the best position you could put yourself in, like putting yourself in the best position you could put yourself in, whether it's life, school, or even sport game, but for sure.
You touched on it a little bit, but can you elaborate on what made you decide to transfer?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I had that true freshman year where we didn't play. We only played 2 games. I felt like I was still in a top position in the room, you feel me? When we come back the next year and I had like 500 yards, 10 touchdowns as a freshman. And mind you, our room was still deep because all them seniors and juniors who we thought was finna move up a grade, because no, they coming back because they got red shirt years. They got another year for this. So it was like we had a lot of talent in that room. And it was kind of on some. I went to the coaches like, "What's y'all plan for us?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all, how y'all see this room panning out? What y'all gonna do? And it was kind of like just a bunch of stalemate. Like they ain't had too much to say. And I felt like at the time, like I'm not gonna waste a year of my career here when I could go be somewhere else playing for sure. I know it's some. I know I could go start at another D2, whether I'm young or not. Like that don't matter. Like I'm a dog. I feel like I could do that. So that was that, and then made that transfer for sure.
Was betting on yourself scary?
Was it scary? Yeah, because at the time, like this time the portal was new. Like I ain't really knew about it at all. No, to you. So hopping in there, so I'm like, I know some gonna bite. You feel me? I didn't know what, but at the time, yeah, I felt like mentally I just had to get out of Mo West. It was scary, but at the same time, it wasn't because I was so set on like a breath of fresh air. You feel me?
Okay. And what did that transition teach you about being resilient?
I think it taught me a lot, gang, because the first time I hit the portal, it wasn't too much people hit my phone at all. It wasn't too much going. Like, mind you, I'm a freshman, just came off a cool season, you feel me, as a freshman. I didn't get no accolades for real. Like, I'm just a raw talent like that you got to see potential in. And if you don't see it, you don't think it's going to pan out. So I think that John was stressful. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm sitting around thinking like, dang, I got to get to a school, got to find a school. So yeah, that John. took it a little toll for sure.
And you ultimately chose Minnesota State. What made them feel like home for you?
Yeah. All right. So throughout like my high school little recruiting process, I had got recruited by NIU. At the time, NIU like they was cool. They had Thomas Hammock, all them good guys, whatnot. And it was a coach over there, Coach Jones. He was recruiting me heavy, like before, like he passed me off to the running back coach, and then the running back coach took the reins. If y'all know, like that's how just college recruiting go. Like
Mhm.
whoever see you, and then they gonna pass you off to the position coach whenever they feel like, okay, this stamp for real, like we want this guy. You know what I'm saying? So before that, though, it was a coach. He was the receiver coach over there, Coach Jones. He used to hit me up every other day. Like, I was messing with NIU heavy. But when it came down to it, they only wanted to give me a PWO. And at that time, I'm like, yeah, I got D2s who gonna give me this. Why would I go over here with no uncertainty of what's gonna happen? Like, nah, I'm cool. And then at the time, NIU, they wanted me to graduate early. And I played all three sports in basketball, football, basketball, and baseball. So basketball season was gonna come up and my basketball team, we was good game. Like the year before, we just had we got kicked out the playoffs in round one, but again, we was like top 10 in the state, like for the longest. So like coming back, we had most of the people, and I'm like, I'm finna hoop game. And at the time, I'm not thinking like I didn't know like you gotta leave early to them D1s. Like you gotta graduate early, leave in December. I was not knowing that. And mind you, when they came and told me basically like, yeah, we got a PWO with you for you. We think you're gonna earn a scholarship as soon as you get here for real. But you gotta leave. Like we start school next week, so you'll be leaving next week. I was like, nah.
Mm.
Like I ain't got enough time to talk to my folks about this. Nothing. Like told them basically I'm cool off that one. Like if y'all really want me, y'all gonna be here at the end of the summer when shit die down, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, not really end of the summer, but end of the school year, like when it died down for real. Like, boom, they was not going though. They was like, oh, well, we just gonna move on, boo boo. So I did the same. I'm like, okay, whatever. Flash forward a couple years later, I hit the portal and Coach Jones, he hit me up. Yo, how you doing? I seen you hit the portal. Woo, I'm over here at Minnesota State, man. And I think this a great situation for you, blah, 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 blah. And mind you, like throughout my recruiting process the first time, Coach Jones and my pops, they got real cool. Like they was close. Like so even after like I didn't commit whatever, him and my pops used to always talk just about like little certain stuff. Like even for my little brother, like getting recruited, all that good stuff. And then I hit the portal. He was like, "Yeah, we got a good situation over here. I think you just need to come on a visit and see what it's talking about." Mind you, like at the time, that's the only folks ever hit me up in the portal. Like I had like Arkansas Monticello hit me up. Like them boys ain't talking about nothing though. Like ain't nobody
Right.
over there. I had UAPB hit me up at the time. They not talking about nothing. Like ain't nobody going to HBCU just to lose every other week. Like I was cool off that. Like boom. So I was get to doing my research. Like I hung up the phone with him. I'm like, okay, whatever. Minnesota State. Never heard of Minnesota for real. Like I know Adam Thielen. Like he played in Minnesota for the
Yeah.
Vikings. Boom. I get on the internet, I look up Minnesota State. First picture I see, Adam Thielen. He went to school here. I'm okay, let me tap
Okay.
into what these boys talking about then. Boom. It was 2021 when I hit the portal. It was December. It was after the first semester, 2021. Them boys had just went to the Natty in 2019. I said, "Oh, hold on." Like I'm kind of like,
Okay.
okay, let me sit up. Like them boys talking about some over here.
Yeah.
Okay, boom. And so at Mankato, if you go back and look at like the history of their school for real, they ever since Todd Hopper got there, and I think 2008 for real, other than like 4 seasons, he's a winner. Playoffs or at least above 600 every year. Like that's the standard over there. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go somewhere. Well, we winning, but I just went 6-5. That ain't feel too good. Like it felt a terrible 6-5. You feel me?
Right.
I look up they record and whatnot. What they went last year, they went 6-5 too. I'm like, dang. Okay, let me weigh the options though, because I know what the running back room over here talking about at Missouri Western. Like I know we like six backs deep who all could go to any D2 and play tomorrow. Like that room was that. I'm like, let me go look at their room. I look, they got a junior that's finna be a senior, and he was like they workhorse. He went like he never had crazy stats. And I'm thinking in my head like if the top guy don't got better than the stats than me right now, and he a junior, and I'm again, I know I could go over there and play. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm finna
Yeah, I
tap
might
into
take
this.
that over.
You feel me? I'm finna talk to my pops We finna see when we could get on this visit. Woo, woo. Boom, I went on the visit gang, and it's like the coaches was my brothers. Like other than the head coach, because Todd Hoffner, like he don't play the radio. Like it's business as usual with him. But with everybody else, it was straight love off the rip. And I never felt nothing like that without like throughout my recruiting process. I ain't gonna cap, it was like a no-brainer. And mind you, when I went on a visit, because most of the times everybody know when you go on a visit, you gonna go with the coaches for a little bit, and then they finna send you with them players, and however that go, that go. You feel me? When I went to Minnesota State, they was on winter break, and like this the end right before everybody finna come back. Mind you, this how my recruiting was so slow. Like I wasn't getting no traction for real. So we going to visit. We went to a hockey game, and that Minnesota State D1 team, they hockey team is D1, so they playing like Ohio State, Notre Dame, Minnesota, all them. When we went to a hockey game, that was the livest shit I ever seen. Like that joint was busting. And boom, after that, it was kind of like a no-brainer. Like, I feel like I can play here. If the coaches show love like this, I know this is what they instilling in their players. So I know the players gonna show love when they come back. And then not only that, my dog Trey Valvel, he in the CFL right now going crazy. Just broke the record for Winnipeg with that kick return. But he transferred over there too. Like we was just at Missouri Western at the same time. He left. He been had committed to Minnesota State though, been committed. And then he talked to me like, yeah, gang, I ain't gonna lie. I think you could play over here. Cause mind you, me and Trey was never close for real at Missouri Western.
Right.
Missouri Western, I was just in my dorm. And I'm talking to my homeboys in the dorm every day. But Trey, he was older than me. He a year older than me. So like I ain't never talked to him for real. And he played DB. Like, and if you know, you know, like
You got no
bumping
business
boys. You
talking.
feel me? Bumping boys over there for real. Like them are dogs, you feel me? When we step on this
Yeah.
field, but bumping boys. So I ain't never talked to Trey for real. So when they hit me up, I'm like, okay, this John seeming like it gotta be that. You feel me? So I went on ahead and signed, and the rest was history over there. Yeah, for sure.
So you rushed for nearly 1,000 yards in 2022. Did you know something special was coming?
Yes and no, because like I said, when I first got to Minnesota State, I did not play the first 4 games, like for real, for real. Like if you go back and look, like I was a sparingly guy here and there. Mind you, I came here because I feel like I could play off the rip. Like I thought I
Right.
had a good fall camp. Like I felt like I beat folks out. We come during the year, I'm RB3. Like I'm damn near. Like I'm not finna see the field. I'm playing special teams, trying to give it my all over there. You feel me? Mind you, I'm still young though. I still have 4 years for real. Like I'm
Mm.
young. Well, 3. I got 3 for real. I'm still young. So boom, I don't play the first 4 games for real. And then I get over there. Our first game, yeah, it's terrible it had to happen this way. All right, so the starter we had at the time, bro, he was a dog. I ain't gonna lie. Like I seen why he started. Cause if when you go to Minnesota State, bro, they don't care about all that talking, none of that extra shit you got going on. They want you to come here and work and really show like what you got. They don't care what they seen on tape. They trying to see what you is doing right now today. So like I seen why he was a starter. We went to Bemidji State. He blew his knee out on the last play of the first drive. Well, the last play of the drive going into halftime, he blew his whole knee out. So mind you, now I move up RB2 and I'm sharing time with the backup. So we going back and forth, but like we was never like he'll start one game, I'll start one game. But it was like we haven't shown like a true starter yet. You feel me? So boom, we got like the game 4. It was homecoming. My dudes, my whole family came. And in my head, I'm like, I gotta go crazy. Like my folks is out here. Mind you, my folks live
Right.
in Georgia, fam. They flew all the way to Minnesota. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go stupid. What? And it's my first real start. Like I'm not sharing no time with nobody. This my game for real.
Yeah.
We was playing. I forgot who was playing. I forget the nigga's name right now, but we playing them boys, and I went stupid. And after that, like I just never looked back, fam. Like, cause Todd showed me like you gotta really show that you that before you could even step on this field and say you are a maverick for real. Like, so yeah, I had to get all right little range of that, earning my respect, earning my keep, and then after that, yeah, it was up for sure.
What would you say changed in your game before your breakup?
What changed? I wouldn't say nothing changed. I think I just got smarter at the game, and I think that was a big toast to how Minnesota State went on about coaching and developing their players. And I feel like at Minnesota State, the scheme is the scheme. You feel me? Like everybody know what we gonna do. We gonna run the ball down your mouth, and we got an ex receiver who finna go up and get it at any point. You feel me? Like that's that. Like that's how it was. And I feel like when I got there, they knew I could ball, but they wanted me to understand the game of football more. And I think as time went on, you could see that throughout my game and how I played. That's why I went from 4 games of having damn near 30 yards to ending the season with damn near banging. You feel me? And I think that was a testament to how they developed me into a football player, not just a guy that could play football. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For sure. I think that was the difference. I think it was the way they developed me into knowing, understanding football for sure.
And then came 2023, over 1,400 yards, 16 total touchdowns. When did you realize you was playing some of your best football?
Man, I would say just like random folks hit my phone that I never seen before. Like I got newspapers in my phone. I got a bunch of podcasts, a bunch of player of the weeks, and it's like I ain't know like I knew that could come, but at the time, like when you playing, you not thinking about that, bro. Like
Right.
especially when you go to Minnesota State, you don't think about yourself for real at all. And I think that whole time I never looked at my stats until that end of the year, that 1,400-yard year. I never looked at the stats to the end of the year, bro. And it was because I never cared about like what I was doing. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm a dog, so I know I'm a ball. But at the end of the day, like, and when you go to Minnesota State, you put all that personal shit you want to accomplish to the side when you worry about the team success more. And I feel like when you worry about the team success, the personal success gonna come every time. Like, you feel me? Hell yeah, I think that was the biggest tip of that 1,400-yard year. As a team, we knew what we wanted. It was like, I'm going out there to play for my brothers, not necessarily play to boost these stats. Like, I ain't never too much care about that.
And what would you say, what game stood out to you the most from that season?
I would say that Bemidji State game, and not because of what I did, but what my team did. Because if you look at the stats of that game, you'd be like, damn, that boy went crazy. I think I had like 250, something like that on the ground. But I also had I think 2 fumbles in that game too, and it's a
Okay.
close game. And if you know about the Bemidji versus Cato like rivalry, this shit is deep for real. Like so, like Coach Tomlin he was at the Steelers, but when he was over there, he had a post game interview. And he was talking about one of his players, and he was like, "Yeah, this rivalry like that Bemidji and Cato, like that shit get deep for real." Boom, we get there. Like it was a road game. We get there, and that bitch, like, it was jumping. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they know how to pack a little stadium. You feel me? They student section right behind our bench. So you know how it's getting rowdy. It's crazy over there. I'm going stupid. Boom, I fumble. And then, like, you know how a lot of guys will come to you, be like, it's all right. We gonna get it back. Them boys knew how it was coming. They didn't say nothing to me. All I got, I remember the first time I fumbled, all I got was a pat on the back. We got you. We got you, fam. It's nothing. Boom, I go out there. We score. We come back. We trying to drive down to end the game. I fumble again. I fumble on like the opposite 45. So they got to drive. They get a chance to drive down and win the game. Like I'm supposed to seal it with the first down. Fumbled the bitch. Like just you feel me? Boom. The defense. But when I'm running off, I got my head down. I'll never forget Dakota Smith. He grabbed my chin. He said, "What's your head down for? We finna win this bitch." Boom. He went out
Yeah.
there. He blocked the field goal to win the game. After that, I knew them boys, you feel me? Is that for real over here? This shit is more about the brotherhood than anything, bro. Like, cause they could have been like, bro, he sucked, bro. Like, he keep
Right.
like he woo woo. Woo. No, it was never that. It was never no thought of we finna lose just cause you fumbled. No, we got your back. Pick your head up. We finna win this bitch, man. Just look. They blocked the field goal, and it was that. Like, for real. We had some damn Cinderella stories over there for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
So you start going crazy, then you became a Harlon Hill candidate. What did that mean to you?
I think for me that just stamped as a season. I feel like we didn't get what we wanted because if you go look that year, we played the Harlan Hill winner. And I feel like if we beat him, I win the Harlan Hill game. Like, but
Okay.
at the end of the day, we go there, we lose to him, and I still was second in the Harlan Hill race. And it was just like, okay, it's stamped. Like, I'm one of them for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could take this far. Like, I got the attention that they was supposed to get. Now, let's pivot to whatever is next for us. You feel me?
Did did becoming All American validate your work that you put in even more?
Yeah, for sure. I think I feel like them postseason accolades or whatever, they don't really matter as far as for a team standpoint when you think about it, but it shows you that you was putting in the work when nobody was looking. You feel me? It
Right.
shows a testament to your character, the type of player you are, because you don't get All American just by going out there and playing every Saturday, bro. You
That,
get All American from the work you doing after practice with the guys or the work you doing in the summer when you working your little summer job, it's hot as hell. You got
yeah.
to work right from the job to workouts, or right from workouts to the job. Like that's a testament to all them accolades. Nothing else. You feel me? So I felt like that was a breath of fresh air. Like damn, yeah, the work I was putting in, okay, that John showed. You feel me? Like for sure.
With all that, you started getting all your recognition, your accolades, and things like that. Did that change the expectations you put on yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Like the first year like the first year when I went for like 996, something crazy like that. It was kind of to me, I was like, okay, I could do this. You feel me? Like, I could be a cool little college player. But once I went in there 1500 Harlon Hill finalists, and that ain't good enough. I got to do it again. You feel me? Like
Okay.
I got to show them that this shit stamped for real. Like
Yeah, there wasn't no fluke.
it wasn't no fluke at all. Like that's what it was for sure.
So how during your time playing, how much pride did you take in blocking versus running?
I say because when I first got to Minnesota State, I was not the best blocker. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I think it was more just a want to thing for real. Like, bro, just give me the rock. Let me rock out. But that was the young mindset of, you feel me? Like football.
Right.
But like I said, when I got to Minnesota State and they truly developed me into understanding football, you have to understand that the pass and the run work hand to hand. Like they coexist. Man. So with that pass going crazy, that run game going to be so stupid. Vice versa. You feel me? So I feel like once I understood that, blocking for the Q was no question. Like obviously I'm gonna have my whiffs here and there, but I took that to heart when I did whiff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't like I missed the block. It's more so like, damn, bro, we could have had a tutty if you make you feel me? So I started
Mhm.
taking that to heart. Like, nah, I gotta block for the Q. I gotta be because at Minnesota State, well, you know, it's a universal word, but the O line they call the hogs, and I
Yep.
took pride in trying to become a hog. Like I want to be that. Like I want to be a hog. Like I want to be able to say them boys when they come down to it, when them boys call out whatever they call out, and I got this backer or I got the edge 1-on-1. They don't have to think about. Damn, that right side might be a little iffy when he can. You feel me? No, they don't got
Right.
to think about that at all. The Q could be confident in his reads. You feel me? He don't got to think like, damn, bro, he might miss this block. Let me hurt. No. So I took pride in being able to, like, when coach going down his play call sheet, okay, he could call whatever pass play, and he know that she ain't gonna do his job. You feel me? Like, for sure.
And so being as though you had basically two great seasons back to back, and with you being a running back, how was the relationship between you and your lineman? And can you also elaborate on for others what a relationship between running back and his lineman should be?
Yeah, I think as my time at Minnesota State, my relationship with them boys grew a lot because when I first got there, like I won't lie to you, I was all about myself. Like I didn't care about what them boys was on. It's more so like, boy, y'all do y'all job, man, so I could look good, so I could play. You feel me?
Right.
Like that's all on my head, like, bruh. And mind you, when I'm first there, I'm with the threes and the fours. So I'm with other freshmen, other COVID freshmen. Them boys they ain't, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like once I understood what they was looking for from me to play, and it wasn't the football side of this shit. You feel me? They was not looking at me in that because they knew like that's why I'm here. They knew I could ball a game, but they needed me to turn into that leader to bring this group of freshmen, linemen, or whatever you may have up to where these because we had like when I first got there, we had an All-American center, we had an All-American left tackle. So it's like no brainer. What's going on over here? Like these boys is that on that first O line. Like them boys been doing this for a minute. But how can I get the guys that I'm finna be here majority of the time with when they leave to where they at? You feel me? And that was the leadership part, just being in their ear telling them good job or because your O line, bro, like you might not notice it, but when they head down and you go over there, you next play we got it. These niggas ain't talking about nothing. They appreciate that game because it's like,
Right.
okay, somebody see like we trying. even if it ain't going our way today, he see I'm trying to block for him. I'm trying to make this play so he could do what you feel me. And not
Yep.
only with so when you going through that and then you do start making them plays, you still got to come back and show love to the folks who got you to where you feel me in the box all them times. Or rather, as I'll say this, like the biggest part of showing your O line, you mess with them. Just try to do like little stuff with them. Like at the time, I didn't have the bread to be because I done heard stories of like dudes buying their O line, this and that. I ain't gonna lie to you, I never had bread for that in college. Like you feel me? Because this is pre NIL, like before all that got the busing for real. So really, I just start like at Cato, it's a big quote unquote party school. Like mind you, we had our business taken care of with the football, but we was gonna go have our fun too. And I think the biggest thing is going to build relationships with them boys, whether it's y'all going to party together or even if it's fall camp. And like usually everybody during fall camp, you either gonna be with your guys or you gonna be with your position group gang. That's just how it go. You feel me? So
Right.
whenever we going to eat in the cab, I'll be with the running backs all day. I'm finna go eat with the O line today. I'm finna see what they got going on, what they talking about, how they
Mhm.
feel about this play, how they feel about that play, how they feel about like the script or what we got going on. Cause little do you know, that's building relationship all at the same time. Now y'all all trusting each other. Now y'all all on one accord. So when you get out there, they know what you looking for. You know what they looking for. Now y'all all could play faster. Now all this shit is not foreign no more. It's like, oh yeah, I could do this with a blink of an eye. You feel me? It's shit moving. And that's where the 1,500 yard seasons come in. That's where the 1,000 yard, the 12 tutties, the 70s, that's where that come in. So show you gotta build a relationship with the boy. You gotta let them know that you hear from them no matter what, whether it's on the field, off the field. If you want to be that guy, you real deal. Like you can't be selfish with this shit at all. Like you gotta be selfless for real. I'll say that's the biggest thing for sure. Just showing them boys you there for them. It could be the smallest thing. Like you could, he come in there after class and his head down. He looking sad or something. You, "Damn, what's up?" Make a little troll joke. With your girl leave you today or something?
Right.
You might have put a smile on his face. Now his day better. You feel me? Now he blocking for you even better. It's just
Mhm.
little small stuff that most people don't think are important. That is very important. You feel what I'm saying?
And so it seemed like you really had a bond with your teammates at Minnesota State.
Yeah.
You kind of liked your time over there. So what led you to ultimately enter the portal? This.
I think that last spring before I left Minnesota State, now that I look back at it, now that I'm older, more mature, like I see where he was going with it, but at the time I didn't understand. But me and Coach Hoffner, like that spring, we just butting heads all spring, you feel me? Like, but I felt like in his eyes, he was trying to get me to, he wasn't trying to let me get too big headed, you feel me? I just came off All American season. Just came off all these people basically telling me how good I am, blah, 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 blah. And I think at the end of the day, he didn't want me to get complacent or me to get comfortable with that. Like he wanted me to want more for myself at that time. But like at the time, I didn't take it as that because it's coming off as just, bro, this dude always nagging. I just did this for us and you on me like this. Like, what do I do that's good for you, gang? Like,
Right.
that's what I'm feeling at the time. You feel me? I'm just like, Coach, what's up, fool? Like, is you want me here? What? Like, what's going, gang? Like, and at the time, like, cause I could have hit the portal right out the season, but at the time they had all them rules and whatnot, so I didn't want to hit it and then not be able to play because like the transfer rules at the time or whatever. Because mind you, I had transferred already, and I think the rule before that was you had to graduate from your second 4 year before you could transfer. And I didn't graduate from Minnesota State yet, so I was like, I ain't too much looking to transfer. And that was right after the 1,500 yard season. So we go through the spring or whatnot, and they passed that rule like that's out the way. Like you ain't got to worry about that graduating no more. Like you can transfer whenever, however, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, I still didn't want to transfer, but it was just so much like nagging or like me and him just wasn't seeing eye to eye. Like we had a meeting, like we had an exit meeting in the spring, which I felt like we seen eye to eye, but at the same time, I felt like we didn't. Like it was so much still like untalked about, whatever. Then I had hit the portal, and so I'm back home in Georgia at the time. I hit the portal, and basically, like, I feel like it came to a point, it was just two people with big egos who couldn't put them aside to have a conversation about where things could go. You feel me? Because at the same time, I feel like I could have called him, like, hey, coach, I ain't really messing with the portal. Like, I want to come back and do this thing big. Let's go win it. You feel me?
Right.
That time, I'm thinking like, if he want me, he'll call me too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
because I feel like I was just that player for you. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I left, whatever. But it's all love. Like, when I left, it was all love. Like, they knew that, though. They knew that. They knew it was love. They knew it was no hostile feeling like why I'm leaving. It really was on some elevation time. Like, I just did this at D2, so why not go prove it at D1 if that's the player I am? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So boom, I feel like at the end of the day, it could have came down to a phone call, me and him hopping on the call, whether it's he called me or I called him. Like at the time, I just wanted him to call me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I couldn't put that pride aside for like me to get on that phone and call him. And I felt like it was the same way for him. You feel me? So, but like ultimately, I decided to leave, went to Indiana State, and then yeah, that's how it went. But yeah, I feel like that's really truly my only like regret, like in this college football shit, was not putting that pride aside or just have a conversation with him. You feel me? Just talk. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like when I was there, that was my dog. Like even behind the scenes, like we had a couple talks just about like real stuff that.
And it's real that you can take accountability and say,
Yeah,
"No,
you feel
I
me?
shouldn't have did that."
Yeah, like a lot of folks they can't do that. But when I go back and I really, because I'm more mature now, like I understand what he was trying to get out of me at that time, and I feel like he knew he was the only person that could get that best version of me. You feel me? But like I said, 20-year-old kid, he just couldn't put that pride aside. You know what I'm saying? But now, yeah, like it's still all love from like I ain't gonna lie, we have not talked since like then. And I still feel that though. Like that's why like I'm like, damn, you feel me? Cause Ty Hopner like gave me a chance. Like we had so many talks just about like mental health. Cause at the time I transferred, like my mental health was in a bad state. Like and he just had went through a couple things with his family, like they had going on with mental health or whatnot. And like that damn near was my saving grace. So like we had that connection. But that's why I felt like he could have hit my phone. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
just talk to me. Cause at the end of the day, that's all I wanted from Ty. Like, just hit my phone, dog. Like, we could have a conversation. We come back and we go win that bitch for real. Cause I felt like that second year, we could have won a natty game. We lost to Augie in the playoffs, but them boys wasn't messing with us for real. Like, so I feel like if he would have hit that phone or I would have hit his, we probably wouldn't even be having like the same conversation. It would have been Mavericks, Natty Champ, Sheen, this or that. You feel me? But now that's a bunch of what ifs because two people can't put that pride aside to pick up that phone or call each other. You feel me? For sure.
So you hit the portal and you choose Indiana State. Why choose Indiana State?
I feel like at the time, like that was the best fit for where I wanted to go as far as competition wise. Like I knew um they wasn't the best team over there, you feel me? But I did feel like I could help that in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew they
Right.
had a young QB, but he was a promising young QB, like dual threat, can put it on the rope. Just had got a transfer from Rutgers, Rashad Rochelle. He over there with the Seahawks right now. Like he's a dog. So I'm thinking like, okay, we got a chance. We got a little team we could go. And they had at the time they had a dog left tackle All American, and then they had a freshman All American right tackle. So I'm like, okay, like you feel me? I could go make something work with that. Like we could do that over there. But yeah, so that was like I got over there. Coach Mallory. If you don't know about like the Mallory family, they are from Indiana, and they are like the most winning coaches in Indiana history. Like whether it's high school football, college football, et cetera, et cetera. Like them boys are that. And Coach Mal, he coached at Michigan. So it's like he been at the highest of college football, you feel me? Whether
Mhm.
it's Big Ten Michigan football game. It don't get no bigger than that other unless
Yeah.
it's SEC. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, this could be a great situation for me. Just came off Harlon Hill. He know what he getting. You feel me? And then I was gonna be that. For sure. That was like the driving factors for sure.
Did you feel pressure to prove that your game translated?
I feel like at Indiana State, I just wasn't put in the best situations for my game to speak for itself. I feel like it was a lot of like when I got over there, it was a lot stick to the system rather than making your system for your players. You feel me? Or tailoring it for the players that's there. Because I felt like we was trying to run a pro style offense with a dual threat QB. You feel me? And I don't think that's how that's built. But I mean, because I ain't here like to bash the OC or nothing, but I just feel like, yeah, like they weren't putting us in the best situations over there for all of our games to speak for themselves. You feel me? So that was kind of that with how my season went at Indiana State. Like it was still all love from or whatever, but like I said, I just don't feel like they was put as an offense, just us in the best situations they could for us to go win games. Cause mind you, the core of the team was young, but they was also ballers too. The young bucks who did play like and played a lot.
Right.
They was ballers. So and I just felt like it was no way like the team we had was going out there on Saturdays and putting that product on the field. And I just think that came to a test with development and the difference in between the coachings from Minnesota State and Indiana State. Yeah.
Right.
Like at Minnesota State, they recruit players tailored to their system. At Indiana State, they more so recruit ballers and then try to figure out like what we gonna do with it. You know what I'm saying?
What did Indiana State teach you about yourself?
What it taught me about myself, how resilient I was. Like I think it taught me like that I could go and deal with the politics of football and still be all right. You feel me? And still be able to a ball and show folks that cause I feel like Indiana State, like it was just a bunch of just disbelief. Mind you, I don't cap. Like if anybody ever see me like play, practice, whatever, I am not the biggest practice hero type dude. Like when I go to practice, I'm going to practice to really feel out the scheme or the looks of what defense is gonna throw at us. You feel me? I'm not no
Right.
practice hero type of guy. Like I feel like I'm one of them ones in the game. I could flip that switch. Like it's that been that forever. And I feel like just over there, like, yeah, they just didn't know what they was doing. Well, I want to say it didn't know what they was doing, but they just trying to keep a lot of folks happy. Then it kind of trickled down to you getting the shit end of the stick. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
me being able to go through all that and still stay level headed and accomplish what I accomplished over there, I feel like, you feel me? That showed me a lot about who I am as a person and how, like I said, how resilient I am to get through and navigate through certain things and still come out on top. You get me? So for sure. I say they taught me resiliency for sure.
Now we're gonna head into your life after football, so to speak. Who are you right now without football?
Who am I? Like I said, I'm a brother. I'm a coach. I'm a creator. So like now I done dived into this content genre a lot. Like I real deal enjoy making content. I enjoy like if I hop on live on TikTok, it's flooded with all the kids like I taught in school or folks that I cross paths with this football and they just showing love. And I think that's a testament to like all the schools I went to, all the things they instilled in me as a person, you know what I'm saying? And that shows like how true, like a humble, good guy I am, you know what I'm saying? Them folks still coming to show love when it's this many years down the road. Or even like with my students, like they'll come, hey coach, like, is you gonna play again? Is you gonna do this again? Are you gonna come back? Are you know what I'm saying? It's just a
Right.
testament to who you are as a person. And I think that's the biggest thing. I'm just a believer in God and I'm trusting his path and where we gonna go. You feel me? So,
Now that you have stepped away from the game, what have you has you noticed that football demanded from you? What sacrifice has football demanded?
I'll say the time because I had like a little pro stint in the IFL arena football. Had a pro little stint over there. Got released because I had like an injury right now. But I feel like it shows you the time that you got to put into it and the time that you did put into it when you was real life into it every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you on your own and you going through like a quote unquote off season, you don't really know the next time somebody gonna hit that phone. Hey, yo, we need you to play, or we got a little training camp spot for you. What you gonna do? It's no more. Hey, yo, we got workouts tomorrow, 6 a.m. Nigga, it's on you on your own. When you gonna go get your workout in? When you gonna go get your catches in? When you gonna hit up your receiver coach to get your feet right? When you gonna, like it's on you at that point. I'll say that time management for sure, and just it shows you how much you really love like the sport. You feel me? Because if you could be out of it and still go put that work in, not knowing when the next time something might pop off, that's how you know like if this shit was really meant or if you was really that for real. And I'll say that was the biggest thing. Like being out of football taught me. I think it taught me how much I love the process of the game. You feel me? Because the
Right.
process leads to the product. And when, like Todd Hoffner at Minnesota State, he used to talk about that a lot. And at the time, I never understood that shit. Never understood it till I got done playing. And I realized the process is the 200 catches, the watching film, the going to work out, doing the extra work when you don't got to, when nobody hitting that phone, or just taking care of your body. That is all the process that leads to the All Americans, the 17 touchdowns, the six, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so I
Right.
think when I got done, when I took that year off, that's what I had to fall in love with again was the process. That's what it taught me. Fall in love with the process of doing the process to get to where you're trying to go. And for me, that's pro shots, whether it's UFL, whether it's going to Europe and balling. You feel me? Little stuff like that, CFL, all that good stuff.
And so how do you protect your mental in times of like waiting in the unknown?
I think just like I had said a little bit before, but the people you keep around you, you feel me? Like they gon' because right now I'm grown. Like a lot of my friends are grown too. So you got friends that want to go out every weekend. You feel me? You got friends who want to be outside doing this or that all night. It's like you got to see what's more important to you, and then you got to keep them folks around you who push you to get to your goals. You feel me? Because you will have a lot of people around you just to be around you. And it's like, what purpose are you serving here? You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
and you ain't helping me. You ain't trying to put knowledge in my ear. You ain't putting me up on game about this, and that. Like, what purpose are
Like we
you
said
serving?
earlier, if you ain't useful, you useless.
You feel me? And I don't gotta. And when we grown, we don't got time to have useless people around, gang. So
Yeah.
it's like,
So,
you feel me? You got to get in where you fit in. And that's not to say, like, when y'all see this, y'all watch this, that's not to say you need to use your friends to get
no,
to
it's not
elevate.
that. It's just that every person in your life should serve some form
Yeah,
of purpose,
exactly. They should serve a purpose, whether you
and
might
vice
have your
versa for you for
homeboy.
them.
Facts. You might have your homeboy that have you, hey twin, let's go hit the gym. Like you might have that friend. You might have your
Yep.
friend that, hey twin, I'll just call and check in, see your mental straight. Like you all right, how you doing? You might have your friend, hey yo, I ain't see you been posting content. What's going? Like you need to start posting again. You gotta have them type of people around to push you to where you're trying to go. You feel me? So if you don't got that, you need to start looking at the circle. You feel me? Start cutting some folks off or having them hard conversations with folks.
One
Simple.
thing I used to always tell my little brother is, if you show me your friends, I can show you your future.
Real deal. Real deal. Like and you gotta be able to put that pride aside when folks check you too. Like
Right.
if they your real friend, homie, they gonna check you about what you doing, gang. They gonna you told me what you want to do, but what you doing not aligning to that, gang. So it's either you need to figure this out, or we got to stop being cool. Like that's how that go for sure.
So what motivates you now?
What motivate me? Just that burning itch to play. Like that joint's still burning inside me to this day. So I feel like that keep me going for sure. But also learning myself outside of football. Because I feel like I've been so consumed by football. Sometimes I don't know myself without the ball in my hand. You feel me? So it's just going out, learning new things that I like about myself, bro. 'Cause
Right.
before I picked up the camera and start recording, bro, I was just a football player. She ain't a football player gang. But now I pick up that camera and I go outside, I record something like I get fulfillment from that. I get a
Yeah,
joy.
you picked up that camera, you probably was like, damn, I didn't even know I had a personality.
You feel me? I used to never like nature and shit for real, but now I go outside. I'm recording trees just cause it look good. I'm recording the
Yep.
sun, the clouds just cause it look good. Like ever since I picked up the cam and put life into perspective, like this not all you made for. You feel me? Like football ain't your only purpose. So if it do work out, great. Kudos to that. Like that's a
Right.
testament to the work you put in. But it also showed me like I can be something outside of that. You feel me? Like, cause now I don't get a bunch of views and all that right now because I really just started. But it's like them little 3K views I get. Imagine 3K people in your room right now. Like when you really put it
It
into
would look
perspective,
crazy.
you feel me? You like, all y'all folks watch my one little video. You feel
You
me?
feel
Like,
me?
so when you stop trying to justify your success off the views or even the yards, you figure out who you truly are.
Yeah, you gotta get the fulfillment from yourself first.
Yeah, like it be a lot of dudes out here, like they going crazy in they sport, whatever. But outside of that, when they go home, they don't know themselves because you feel me. All they
Right.
know is the football player. They don't know what they like outside of football because they so consumed with the process of doing everything they got to do to be able to be the best football player they are.
And also because they are that person, they ain't even get the chance yet.
Yep, to do anything else because they've been so consumed with this sport their
Mhm.
whole life. So as soon as they get done with it, they bombshell like, damn, what do I do now? You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I think that was the biggest thing. I picked up that camera and it put life into perspective for sure.
So what dreams are you chasing down beyond football?
What I'm chasing, really just I feel like I want my content just to reach folks and shed light on whatever that may be. Like I might have a video about just mental health or something, and that might help some make them look at it in a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? I think I want to be a leader. I want to be somebody folks could look to as a mentor. Like, hey, I'm not perfect. I I tell my kids all the time that I teach coach, like, obviously I'm not in here cursing and all that right now, but outside of this, like I curse like a sailor. I'm not perfect. Like I go outside, I still drink with the homies. I still have fun with the homies. I am not perfect by any means. And I think like when you step away from football, that's what life help you attest to, like that you are not perfect. Like you
Right,
are not everything is not finna be this way or that way. Like sometimes you gotta really go through plan ABC to figure some stuff out. Like cause
for
with
sure.
football, it's really like that plan A or nothing. Like you feel me? So and I'll say that too. Football taught me a lot about problem solving, gang. Like just little regular stuff around like the crib or whatnot. Like just in life. Like football teach you how to really go through XYZ to find a solution for real. Like
Right,
for real life stuff outside of football, whether it's mental health, whether it's how you gonna pay this or that. Football teach you that, you know. It give you a whole lot of different perspective on that type of stuff. So yeah.
what's some advice you'd give a kid chasing the same dream?
I'll say stay down. Stay down. Like I said, get you a circle of folks who push you to get where you going and don't listen to folks who haven't been where you trying to go. And that don't mean don't hear them out, but you gotta like let's say somebody tell you something you like, I don't know, go to somebody you truly trust with that info. Tell them the same thing and hear both sides. You feel me? Don't just go and don't let a no stop you from nothing. Cause when one door closed, another one gonna open. So just keep
For
going,
sure.
stay down, trust yourself at the end of the day. And you gotta love yourself too, bro. Cause if you don't, you never gonna play your best if you don't love who you are when you look in that mirror, G. So for sure, build a person that when you look in that mirror, you can say, I'm him. Every time I look in that mirror, you feel me? Like you feel like you could conquer the world every day, for sure.
What does success mean to you today?
What does it mean? I think it means a lot, but at the same time, it means nothing because if I base my whole life off my career successes, who am I? I'm still like, when that got done, I'm nobody now, in a sense. You know? So you can't base your life off that. That's why, like, we kind of just hit on it, but you got to find yourself outside of football. Base it off those career successes, you will never get elevate as a person outside the ball. So when ball over, you're gonna be looking at yourself like, what do I do now? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta go out and find them real true successes in life, whether that's oh, I learned about insurance today. I learned about credit. I learned about you feel me? Like you got a real deal find true success in this life. And
Right.
I don't think nothing, whether that's views or whether that's money, I don't think none of that could attest to true happiness, gang. Like you gotta really find that within. And I think that comes from doing things that truly make you happy, like for sure.
And what does legacy mean to you?
I'm gonna mean a lot because at the end of the day, like when you put that jersey on or whatever, and that John got your last name on the back, like that do hold weight. Honestly, you might play for the name on the front, but you also play for the one on the back too. So remember that every time you step on the field and you not going hard or you feel like, oh, I'm tired today, remember you are playing for that name on the back too. So it mean a lot because if you go play college football, you fuck the whole thing up. Nobody remember you. What is your legacy? You feel me?
Exactly.
You don't have one. So if you want to go out there and say you want to leave a legacy behind, you have to think about that every time you do something, every time you don't want to work out, you got to think about that legacy. Every time you don't want to go eat right, you want to go McDonald's every day, you got to think about that legacy you leaving behind. Mind you, there is some boys that can go out there be Chad Ocho Cinco's and whatnot, but that ain't all y'all boys, man. I'll say for sure. You got to start thinking about the name on the back just as much as you think about the name on the front of that jersey, too.
And when people hear the name Shen Butler-Lawson 20 years from now, what do you hope they remember about you and your legacy?
I just want to remember that I was a hard worker, that I was a people person. Not more so on. I want to hang around a lot of people, but the folks that come to me, they know they could count on me for whatever. You know what I mean? Dependable, hardworking, a leader at all times. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm in a less of a leader role or I'm in a big leader role, like head coaches, whatever. I want them to know that I was always there for them, and they could always hit my phone whenever. You feel me? At any point in time, when I go throughout this whole thing, I want folks to say that he was a genuine dude and he cared about my son, my daughter, or whoever I trained. They know that they could come back at any time. I'm like, yeah, Coach Sheen, I need you today, and I'm gonna answer that phone, and that's that, like, for sure.
Well, I appreciate you, Brody, for stopping in and chopping it up with me and trusting us with your legacy and your story. I appreciate you, brother.
Most def love, bro. I appreciate you for having me on here. It was a time talking to you. I appreciate you for sure, my dog.
And to everybody watching, if you're listening and if you enjoy it, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it and send it to somebody who you feel like need to hear it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Brody.
Yeah.
I ain't choose this life, I think it chose me. I was down so bad and it was lonely. I was. Couldn't even make it to the nosebleeds. Now I'm sitting courtside and everybody knows me.
And it's a good feeling when the city knows you're